Alright, I have we now cover some Edinburgh possible TVGH and then they can have possible TVGH and the coin so you best also be given no video no we are like comment subscribe or subscribe you know I recommend and as I share content na ama unya bi so any video ni bi ahwe onim say channel we nso de the kind of detail fa man amayon se mo e twego e man Ghana mu ni nya bi enemu eche ni the coin so ba ko bi out of form air trendy ye by information by highway so me pese me say wada je in the coin so ye mo rem ni tin se my audio.
Randy,
how many acres
Randy,
have you been given?
I'm uncomfortable seriously talking about this because I am an Alodia owner.
So how many acres do you have?
I don't have anything now. As I sit here with you, I don't have any. Yes.
All the time they've been releasing.
Yes, I'm part of the family. But the issue is that we're
Maybe
waiting.
you mean your own family?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm part of the family. In fact, the said land was acquired by Neo and my great-grandmother, Florence Nakwale Vanderpure.
Oh, okay.
After leaving Vanderpure, she married Neo. And so she was quite rich. She owned a lot of land and she gave a lot of land out for public good. If you consider the psychiatric hospital, Advaka Polyclinic, leading up, down, she built a house. The most popular one is the Ajasu House, 1924, on the Liberation Road. Just before, you know, Vanderpure Estate Building, yes. The traffic light, yes. You see the house. That's where actually I grew up. That's where I went to All Saints Anglican Primary. And there's one down there. And the legendary Achimota House, down there at Advaka, was actually a gift from her to her then driver, who was installed as the Buakwahini. In that time. Yeah, so she was quite okay at Baka, all the lands after Lawyer Duma Bossman's place. Zagu House number 1, Zagu House number 2, the old bank for housing building down to Adbaka Post Office down, all at the Trom area. She was quite rich because she married a merchant in gunpowder. So she and the husband supplied the gunpowder for the war. So she was compensated with land. And New was rich. New was very, very rich. New took care of a lot of properties that the Gans wanted to have at that time, paying money and getting it for them. They lived quite a very humble life. But you know, those days, my brother is Collins. Collins, I have this land here. Go and take care of it for me. Over the years, it becomes Collins' property. Randy, I have this land here. Go and take care for it. Over the years, it becomes Randy's family property. But they didn't care about that one. So I grew up to get knowledge from my grandfather on all this. So in the course of the time, I felt that we, the matrilineal side, the Vanderpures, we've been dealt or we've not been treated fairly. So I contacted our cousins, the O's. I said, look, this thing was acquired by our great-grandmother and your great-grandfather. But it looks like you are taking us out. So instead of litigating, we joined forces to petition. But we started from the days of Jerry Lawrence. Oh. But he was passionate. You know, his mother also married into the family. Nick Panenia, they are my father's cousins. So he was particular about it. And he said, look, I went to Achimota School. I will not allow any quarter of this land to be taken away. He even got mad with the extension of the golf course to eat into part of the forest. He was very passionate about the green. So President Kufuor's time, we petitioned. And the argument was sound. Over the years, we come to say that a pittance was paid for all this land. And Niowu and Nakwale had given so much already to the country. Generations after them, the second and third generations, have become almost like destitute. They don't have any place to stay. We have so many of our siblings who don't have anywhere to sleep. So we petitioned and said that if we could be given part of the land, then those generations will also have somewhere to sleep. Madame Estadapa was part of the committee. because of my political background, in all these, I stayed back. But I was always part of the meeting. And let me pay condolence to my very good, active brother who passed some few years ago. You know, Trick.
Yeah.
He was at the forefront, together with the legendary artist, Francis O'Neill. We negotiated, and President Kufuor agreed. We were initially given 90 acres on the periphery, but we felt that was not enough. So we argued and argued. Unfortunately, President Kufuor couldn't finish on that and then left. So when President Mills made the declaration that the government will return to the Gadangwe people all lands that government over the years have taken without appropriate and commensurate compensation.
And not utilizing.
And not utilizing, and or maybe the use of it have become obsolete.
Yeah.
So it was given out. We went to Professor Mills and we made a sound argument. And so we had a consideration, an increment from President Kufuor's 90 acres to 123.
Hari na jusu akasa. Na me pacho kasa no de ni bla kasai. Ya ka oru hari na jusu oye minority leader. Don ko na wo mrahye be do na do ma no. NDC fo no. Hari na jusu se wosre o gina NDC anemu e no oru John Dramani Mahama anemu. Aka kire mu nyina se. Oru John Dramani Mahama oye born again.
Ade kanena oye den na we born again. Kanena oye den. So yes, okwa asamnes beboa. Oye ejini ana nye ejini. Eneza so no nkwa ana bone na odin kan say de wagya nyina.
Owura John Dramani Mahama oni obi abone.
They been born again they say entias nti ochirem yi.
Na say oni obi abone. Nti wo kasa.
Oni obi abone.
Ke ka wonsem yi.
Me to nwom. Kwa me yije nwom. Me ni obi abone. To time your time saying. Anyway, yentie.
Was it Adia biara mu hu no Owura John Dramani Mahama ho ana enye bia no. Oba enya de obeye biem. O say en confirm to ko bokin ekonomi so mu mabiem. So be kasa che ni power of Bas Brandon. I Sofoton. Woyomi.
Tata ni teacher say
yes, Woyomi. Judgment debt e bi mabiem.
Ni nyina ya na Mahama ni regime no.
Yes.
Eniema
mutete ye nyina. See ye di NDC sika. Instance me Elizato am NDC the discal be mama di no. Celebrity sika no e di akoma celebrity so nko hebo. E sika no akoto cars amale gongas.
Munsuo keke.
It is ansem ni nyina no. Owura hadi na dusu se nyeden.
Mabiem. I born again. E bi nsi biem. Nti opache wa na Ghana from Panche no.
Was it John Dramani Mahama is a renewed person who will make a better president.
Into when Nasmo de Bar,
I didn't do so. Say,
oh, okay, on your car, okay, your mamma, okay. I'm on folk, Mr. Mamma, and the master and say,
oh, what John Dramani Mahama, go to the second crow. Cash, he inspires, he encourages, and is loved by many.
That's right.
He's devoted to public work and serving humanity. He hates to see people suffer. Me met my